Hello guys, in this video, ever since it was implemented as part of JavaScript Development Tools 2.0 release, which is available in Eclipse Neon and Red Hat JBoss Developer Studio 10 will be covered. There are quite a few enhancements, and first one, probably the most important, is now there is full ECMAScript 2015 support because we have changed the parser. It was mentioning that an old parser wasn't able to handle all these new ECMAScript 2015 structures like let statement, class declarations, arrow functions, and it made JSDT editor basically unusable because there were always a bunch of false errors. Also now there is a Node.js story and in Eclipse, so you can run and debug your Node.js applications. One more thing is a brand new JSON editor with content-assist for well-known JSON files like bower.json, package.json, bower.c. It has great outline support and validation. Also now there is support of package managers, bower and npm, and you can install all your dependencies right from Eclipse. And there is support of build systems and task runners like grunt and gulp, the most famous one. So you can run your task right from Eclipse, no need to use CLI for that. The last but not least thing that a new JavaScript Eclipse packaging project was created, and now there is an Eclipse IDE for JavaScript and web developers, which is available on Eclipse download page, and it consists of all the plugins required for JavaScript and Node.js development. So now it's a demo time, and I want to show you the full story rather than separate features. So I have JSDT demo app imported to my workspace, which consists of client and server part. So the client part is basically an AngularJS single page application that will be hosted via gulp, and it will make some HTTP requests to the server part, which is basically a Node.js Express server, and with some logic behind for handling all these requests. So let's start from the client. Here I have some Angular controllers here, like some custom directives and some filters, and as you can see, everything is parsed correctly. So first thing we need to do is install dependencies from bower.json and package.json files. And as you can see, bower.json is opened in the JSON editor, and I have in outline, I can see all my dependencies here. Also, I have overridden bower.c file, so I changed the directory where all bower components will be downloaded. So by default, it's bower components, and I have changed it to libs. Also, if I hit Ctrl space, I will have content assist specific to this bower.c file, like analytics and things like that. So it's very handy. So let's install all the dependencies from bower.json. It's very simple. Run as bower install, and in single click we will have all required for front end like Angular, Angular route, and Bootstrap jQuery is available in the libs folder. Let's do the very same thing for package.json. We'll need the gulp and gulp connect plugin, so let's install them. It will take some time, but when the task will be performed, we will have a node models folder with gulp and gulp connect in it. So it still executes. There is some warnings like no readme data in package.json file, but I guess it's fine. So let's wait several more seconds, and yes, now in node models I can see gulp and gulp connect plugins. So it's high time to look at gulp file.js, where I have several gulp tasks defined. I have a test task which prints hello neon to the console. Let's execute it. Just run as gulp task, and you will see that hello neon now printed to the console. So if I change the name of the task, let's say hello, and save it, it will be immediately reflected in my project explorer. So, but let's run the gulp file.js, the default task for gulp file.js. It's connect and watch, basically. So in order to do this, just right click on the gulp file.js, run as gulp task. And you can see that server is started on port localhost 2772. Let's open it. And we can see now that there is a simple login form, but if I will press submit, I will see an alert. So oops, something went wrong. It's because the server part is down and no one can handle our requests. So now let's move to server part, and we need also to install dependencies required for our server. It's Express and several other libraries. So let's do the very same thing, npm install, and we will need to wait some time. So also once the task will be terminated, we can see now Node models folder with all the dependencies required. So if I want to run my Node.js application, I should simply right click on the main file, run as Node.js application. And that's it. So Express server now is listening on port 3000, and I can now log in here and browse my app. It's like a simple application. Here I have some Angular sample directive. So it basically prints this directive, which prints everything from the input field. I have sample filter, which transforms Boolean values to UTF-8 check and cross signs, and a simple factory for handling REST API. So, but now I want to show you how to debug the app. So if I now terminate it, log out again. So if I will try to log in, I will basically have the same oops, something went wrong dialog because the server part is down. So in order to debug this, I need to do the very same thing, like debug as Node.js application, and that's it. So now I will be switched to debug perspective, and I can start my debugging. So you can see in the variables view, I will have all the variables available here. So I can browse them and inspect them here. Also, hovering over variable is also supported, so I can see like functions here. And one of the important things is like hot swap support. So live edit. You see I print hello from Neon from Node.js application in the console. If I would like to change it to, let's say, port number, so let's log the port number instead of this hello from Node.js app greeting. And if I now change it to port, save the file, right click on it, VA debugging, push those changes to VM, I will start from scratch. And now you can see that like the port number was locked. So basically that's all about the demo. In the end, I want to say thank you to all the contributors that made it happen for Neon. And I do believe that for Oxygen we would have extended list of contributors and we will have awesome JavaScript. Thanks for watching. Bye.